Hi, I'm Dr. Rae Moses, and I emigrated to Australia during the COVID-19 pandemic to take up a position at the University of Melbourne. So my research is in the field of tissue engineering and primarily is focused on novel therapeutics for their wound healing potential and trying to elucidate some of the mechanisms of action of this. I also have quite an interest in the 3Rs. So this was sort of based in the UK, which was the reduction, replacement and refinement of the use of animals in science research. So trying to look at this on my 3D wound models. So my research while I was based in the UK prior to moving to Melbourne was focusing on elucidating these mechanisms of action, as I mentioned, from some novel pharmaceuticals and how they promoted this preferential wound healing response. I was able to do this in collaboration with an Australian industry, Biomaterials, and worked at the QIMR Berghofer up in Brisbane. So this was kind of my first taste of coming to Australia, which was very exciting. And what I really loved was this work actually got me included on a worldwide patent as an inventor. So some of my data got included in that, which as a PhD student was very exciting and nice to sort of see the potential for this going forward. I've also been lucky enough to work with the Royal Botanical Gardens, Kew Gardens in the UK. They have access to lots of different plant species and things. So that was exciting to try and test some of their, the sort of modulatory responses of some of these, and having a couple of trips to Kew Gardens to have a look at all the plants was quite exciting. Trying to have a look at how they might help with impaired healing for some of the tropical ulcers, because they primarily work with indigenous populations in Papua New Guinea. So it's been nice to sort of see the sort of real life benefit of some of these products. So yeah, looking forward to the future. My previous work has involved cell culture and a lot of in vitro assays, assessing some of the novel therapeutics. And this has been great, but to try and make it more representative of the in vivo environment, I'm really interested in making this into a 3D model so we can get that complex sort of cellular interactions that occur. I'm also pretty passionate about the 3Rs, so trying to reduce the use of animals in scientific research. So I've been developing a novel model for chronic wounds, and this is made entirely from animal-free products. So it's kind of sort of a new area in this space, which is quite exciting. And the aim of this is to try and maybe replace the mixed gel models and either reduce or replace some of the dependency on some of the rodent models. So it can hopefully sort of complement the ones we already have available. So I joined ASBT when I arrived at the University of Melbourne, and I've attended the annual meeting since 2022. So when I arrived, and sort of attending these meetings has been fascinating, sort of hearing all the different talks, and through chairing a session in the 2022 meeting, I've met some wonderful people and exceptional scientists in the field, and then been fortunate enough to actually establish multiple collaborations with the ASBT members. So it's been really exciting to see where these collaborations will go forward, and yeah, really looking forward to working with everyone. So people are often surprised when I tell them I'm actually a black belt in Taekwondo. I've only ever had to use it once, but apparently it turns out I'm pretty good in a crisis scenario, so always handy. If I wasn't in the field of biomaterials and tissue engineering, I feel like I would still do something science related, and especially medical research, because I do still love that, and so something related to that field. But I do actually really enjoy the problem solving aspect of science. So if it was a completely different field, maybe something more like forensic science, still trying to uncover some mysteries. If I did something completely not related to science, in my spare time, I enjoy playing guitar, and we have set up a band at work. So if we get better, you never know, something music related. So although I have been brainwashed while I've been in Melbourne, and the coffee is pretty fantastic here, into British style, I am actually drinking English breakfast tea. So I do drink coffee when I'm out and about in Melbourne though.